I'm going to break down the lead generation process step by step so that you can gain higher quality leads that actually convert. I'm Ivan from Visme, helping you design better for your business. So let's dive right in. So first things first, what is a lead generation campaign, or an LGC, and why should you care? Well, a lead generation campaign is a marketing strategy designed to attract and capture leads who can become paying customers. Whether you're collecting emails, driving webinar registrations, or generating free trial signups, it all comes down to getting people to share their information in exchange for something valuable. Think of it this way. You're giving them a little taste of your awesome product or your service, whether it's through a free ebook, a webinar, or even a trial, and they give you their contact information in return. Sounds like a win-win, right? That's basically a lead generation campaign in action. But here's the thing. For it to work, there are key moving parts you need to know. It's like baking a cake. You have to have all the right ingredients for it to be tasty so that everyone enjoys. Otherwise, you just make an unpleasant dessert that no one eats and it's scrapped a week later. Because I'm sure that's never happened before in marketing, right? So how do we get started building a lead generation campaign that, again, actually works? Tip number 1. First, let's get the ball rolling by setting your campaign objectives. This is where it all starts. You can't just say, I want more leads. You need to be specific and build off your historical metrics. Maybe you want to increase the number of free trial signups by 20% in the next quarter. Or perhaps you're aiming to grow your email list by, let's say, 30%. They have to be relative based on campaigns you've run in the past and your current audience size. Your objectives need to be clear and measurable, but also realistic. Remember, your goals will evolve depending on where your prospects are in the funnel. At the top of the funnel, you might focus on getting more traffic or email subscribers. Further down in the funnel, it could be more about getting webinar signups or demo requests. And if you'd like to learn more about the marketing funnel, we have a full video that you can check out on our channel, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all things business and design. Now, moving on to tip number 2, know your audience. You have to get inside the minds of your ideal customers. You have to ask, who are they? Where are they from? What do they need? What are their pain points? And if you're targeting businesses, you'll want to know what industries they're in, the size of the companies, and who the key decision makers are. Digging deep into these details helps you tailor your lead generation campaign to the right people, and thus creating targeted content that informs them why you are the best option to solve their problems. It's like trying to sell ice to someone in the Arctic. If you're offering a solution that actually solves a real problem for them, you've got their attention, and now you can start their journey to becoming a customer. You've got your objectives and you've defined your audience. Now it's time to create irresistible offers. This is huge. Your offer is what gets people excited enough to give you their contact info. It could be anything from an exclusive guide to a free trial or even a webinar. The key here is understanding where your prospects are in their buyer's journey. At the top of the funnel, they might want educational content like an ebook or a checklist, but as they get closer to making a decision, you can offer something more specific like a free demo or a trial of your product. Getting their hands on something will validate their decision and create an even more intense desire to buy into your product. Which brings us to matching offers to the buying stage. You wouldn't offer a deep discount or a comparison guide to someone who's just starting to explore, right? You don't want to seem pushy or desperate. You want to guide them through their customer journey. Think of yourself like Yoda from Star Wars. You're a mentor guiding the prospect to an answer that will ultimately improve their life. Each stage of the funnel needs its own content, whether it's awareness, consideration, or decision. Now that you've got your offers lined up, you'll need to think about how to promote your content and offers. I'm sure you've heard the old adage, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, did it really make a sound? Well, the same goes for your content. If no one sees it, did it really matter to begin with? Did it actually make an impact? This is where your distribution channels come into play. From organic social media and blog posts to paid ads, you want to be where your audience hangs out. Social media has exploded in the last decade, if you haven't noticed, and has audiences from every age range and demographic that you can think of. Use all the tools at your disposal: email marketing, SEO, social media ads, you name it. Do not leave any stone unturned if you think that your audience is there to capture. The goal is to get your offer in front of as many qualified leads as possible. More often than not, this content should be educational in nature that teaches your audience about the problem that they're facing and why you're able to solve it. So you found your audience, woohoo! Your content was high quality, and now you have someone who is interested in learning more about your brand. Will they be turned off when they go to your website? Now, you just have to optimize your landing pages. This is one of the most critical elements of any campaign. A well-optimized landing page is like your lead generation engine. It has to speak directly to your audience's needs and be super easy to navigate. You want clear headlines, persuasive copy, eye-catching visuals, and of course, a strong call to action, a big one. And don't forget, your forms need to be short and sweet with simple to understand information that anyone can execute with minimal effort. The less friction and the easier you make it on the visitor, the more likely someone is going to give you their information. And here at Visme, we actually created one of the most optimized form templates out there, which has shown to increase conversion rates up to 2 times the normal rate with animated characters that you can create in just a few minutes. And you can try it today for your next landing page with the link down below. But just because you have their email and a lead doesn't mean you have a customer. Now, the real work begins to nurture that lead into a buyer. Some are ready to buy. Others need a little TLC and nurturing. So you'll need to qualify them based on their behavior, demographics, and engagement with your content. Are they opening your emails? Are they interacting with your other content? Do they respond when asked for responses? Even when they're in your email flow, you'll still need to prove your worth based on the value that you provide them. Which brings us to setting up a lead nurturing sequence. This is where the magic happens. You need to continue engaging your leads through personalized email sequences, retargeted ads, or even follow-up calls. Keep building that relationship until they're ready to convert. You might have different demographics using your product, so it wouldn't really make sense to create a campaign around, let's say women in their 30s and blast it out to your entire email list. Create segments and individual campaigns around those specific demographics to boost the ROI on each individual email made. Which takes us into analysis of these campaigns. Measure everything. You want to know how your forms, ads, and landing pages are all performing. Look at the metrics, conversion rates, cost per lead, and customer acquisition costs, and make data-driven decisions to improve them. Then you can see what's working and what isn't. Learn from your failures, capitalize on your successes, and you're gonna win out in the end. I know what you're thinking. This is all great in theory, but how do I know this is gonna work? What evidence do I have for these tips? Well, I'm glad you asked, YouTube commenter. We can trace these methods back to real-life campaign examples that worked wonders for other companies. Take a company like Warby Parker. They used quizzes in their campaigns to gain more information about their audience, while providing benefit to the respondents about improving their personal style with their glasses. In order for the recipients to receive their answers, they had to provide their email. This offered a fun and unique way to engage with the brand that also allowed Warby Parker to create more personalized emails specific based on the respondents' answers. Even here at Visme, we practice what we preach and use webinars in our lead generation campaigns. We host multiple webinars throughout the year that provide valuable information about improving design for interested candidates. In fact, Demand Sage research has found that 73% of marketers and sales leaders say webinars are a super effective tactic for lead generation. Our webinars are interactive and provide the audience a chance to chat with us directly and receive real-time feedback to their questions. Another company that has seen success with their lead generation campaigns is the almighty HubSpot. HubSpot uses free trials to capture emails. This works because based off the needs of their potential customers, i.e. marketers, having hands-on use of their platform and seeing how it improves their business's workflow has shown to be the best way for them to become customers. If not immediately after the trial, much more likely in the future. Lead generation campaigns are essential for growing your business, but creating the assets necessary to get people interested in your offerings can be a major pain. And that's one of the reasons why we created Visme, to help you make high quality marketing assets fast and easy, regardless of your skill level as a designer. We have hundreds of templates in the field of business and marketing that can streamline your team's workflows and make content creation that much easier. You can try today at the link down below. I'm Ivan from Visme, helping you design better for your business.